It's the Dap It Up podcast. It's D, and I'm here with the captain of the 7th Squadron.
Your boy, Destroy Gunnm.
This is my favorite podcast on the internet because today we'll cover some of the latest, greatest news in gaming, like whatever we've been missing for the past several months. But first, Gunnm, what's up with you?
I'm been straight. A lot of work. So recently, I will say this. Recently, hold your applause. I watched all of the Avatar finally.
I'm supposed to be clapping. Okay, good.
So I saw all of Avatar with the homeboys recently. So I can finally have people stop bothering me to watch that fucking show. So, like, trust me, it's just everyone and their grandmother.
Hey,
so I've seen all of it. It gets an 8 out of 10. I mean, I'm not nostalgic for it, but you know, that's just how I feel. Seen the anime better.
You feel like a better man having watched it?
No, but I mean, like, I get the nostalgia for it though. I get it, but you know, I didn't grow up with it. I grew up watching Goku give hands to various space aliens, so you know, that was my childhood.
Yeah,
that and Toonami, Gundam, Yu Yu Hakusho, you know, name it, any anime, Jason DeMarco airing on that network, I watched it. But
see, I feel like you'd be saying the same thing about some of them shows if you just now watched them.
I mean, yeah, it's just that, you know, when Cartoon Network became a thing, like in 1996, I just started transitioning from Nick over to Cartoon Network. I mean, like, we grew up on Cartoon Network during its golden age. Ed, Edd and Eddy. Courage the Cowardly Dog. Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Do I need to keep going? Powerpuff Girls. Dexter's Lab. It's, man. It
is wild when you think about that lineup. And then you look at what they playing now. And I hate to be the guy that hate on, you know, what the kids are doing these days, but I'm like, you mean to tell me Johnny Bravo, Dexter, all of those were airing at the same time? I'm like, dang, we don't know how good we had it.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Like, around, like, I'm going to say, yeah, it was like the 2010s. When they had like Gumball, Adventure Time, and regular show all at the same time, you would have thought it was the second coming of the golden age. But
yeah, something close to it.
Yeah, like, I really liked Adventure Time at first. But at least out of those shows that came out like during the 2010s, like regular show, that was my stuff, man. I was watching that heavy. Regular.
That's what's been on your mind lately, though. Just cartoons, primarily.
I mean, like, I'm just been trying to catch up on shows in general.
The Cartoon Network podcast.
Like, I don't know if you
fire though.
Like, I don't know if you've heard of Shogun. I've been trying to watch that. Find time to watch that. Shogun, live action of Yu Yu Hakusho. There's this one anime called Freyrin or something. That's they have it like rated higher than Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood on my anime list for some reason. I gotta see why.
I mean, you know how behind I am, so there's no point asking me.
Yeah. You need to watch Brotherhood, bro.
Stop, man. Literally, that's my avatar. My avatar is Full Metal Alchemist.
Pretty much. I can see it.
Yeah, I get to it. Jesus. I get to it.
But yeah.
Well, I mean, that's it for you.
I mean,
just trying to get caught up.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. I've just been chilling.
Yeah. I've been doing something similar, except that complete opposite of that. So running two businesses, I'm finally to where I'm used to the swing of things. Like I have a nice, comfortable routine, you know, filling
Mhm.
out emails, social media, all that outreach stuff. I'm at a point where it's feasible for me to make time for the podcast and everything on a consistent basis. But for a while there, I'm like,
Damn.
dude, there's like 8,000 dogs in my house, a baby, and but yeah, I'm in a good place now. Things are a lot more peaceful, a lot more peaceful.
That's
And
good.
I'm the
That's
type,
good to hear.
yeah,
Not like I don't know,
yeah,
but that's good to
right,
hear.
right. 'Cause, I mean, you be over here, but I'm the type person where even at the most chaotic points in life, I'm pretty. I keep my stress. I'm good at managing my stress, but I have to cut stuff out where it's necessary, and that's why part of why I haven't been around, just because I'm like, bro, I don't know when I'm gonna do it.
Mhm.
But hey, we here now, and that's what
Yeah,
matters.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you trying to see what's out this week?
Why not? May as well. Not that I
So
need
you
more
remember
games, but
that topic of the week. We gonna get there. Like, do we need more games? But out this week, you have to guess the fake one. I made it easy for you, I think, this time. But
all right.
this last time, I'm taking it easy on you with this return. The boys back this week. I ain't gonna be at your neck, not just yet. Okay, so on March 19th, MLB The Show 24. March 20th, Alone in the Dark. March 21st, we had Call of Duty Warzone Mobile, Horizon Forbidden West Complete Edition, Midnight Ghost Hunt, and Ghost Hunt Daybreak. Oh, Shines Over, The Damned. I missed one there. And we got three more for March 22nd, Dragon's Dogma 2, Princess Peach Showtime, and Rise of the Ronin. All three of which I'm somewhat interested in, honestly. But what's the fake one?
Don't all three of those come out on the same damn day too?
Same day. Yes. Same day. Sickening. You
Yeah,
know
that is
those ain't
sickening.
fake.
I can't even
So
play. I
come
can't
on.
even touch Dragon's Dog. But anyways, shit. Repeat the day before
Day
uh
before Armageddon.
Armageddon. Yes.
Okay. Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. Horizon Forbidden West Complete Edition. Midnight Ghost Hunt. Ghost Hunt Daybreak. And Shines Over, The Damned.
Is it Ghost Hunt Daybreak?
Yep. Yeah, I made it easy.
All right.
I put the Ghost Hunts
All
back
right.
to back.
All right. Okay.
All right. Dang, you usually are terrible at this. You better keep a streak going or get one going, I should say.
All right. Get one.
So
All right. All right.
what stood out? Why didn't you say Midnight Ghost Hunt?
That just sounds like a more real title to me.
Hey, that's
I don't
fair.
know. I don't know what the game is or what it's about, but
Yeah.
yeah, it just sounded like a more realistic title to me.
Hey, that'd be a good way in the future when you guessing is ask what it's about.
Ooh.
Put me on the spot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm
Yeah,
gonna remember that. All right.
yeah, that'll
I'm
help
gonna
you.
do
That'll
that.
help you. So let's get tapped in, man. We are very light on the topics this week just because so much has happened over the past few months. I feel
Mhm.
like it'd be best, and we both feel like it'd be best if we lightly touch on some stuff that's been going on and
Mhm.
just drift off into miscellaneous conversation
Yeah.
before we get to our topic of the week. So,
All right.
right here it says you wanted to talk about the Star Wars Battlefront collection. So what about it specifically?
So, as some of you may know, or if you guys were probably around our age, like you probably heard of a game called Star Wars Battlefront. Not the terrible one that came out on PS4, the original one.
Terrible. Oh wow. You're gonna make some people mad with that.
But the original duology that came out on PS2. Did it come out on Xbox too? I can't remember.
Yeah, it did.
Okay. Yeah. So that came out like during that generation. So those are some beloved games. Like it was definitely a game I played a lot from my childhood. So
you know what's crazy? The first Battlefront actually got me into Star Wars when I was a kid.
Oh really?
Yeah. It wasn't my introduction to Star Wars, but I was never interested in it. Until I played Battlefront, then I said, you know what? And I asked my dad if we had the movies, and he was like,
it was like,
say
oh
less.
boy.
Yep.
But yeah, like those are some of the most beloved games, like Star Wars games that are out there. Like along with KOTOR, which this same studio that made this collection that recently came out also did. We'll get into that later too. But it's a very nostalgic game for people of our age group. So when I heard that they were gonna do a collection, like I was actually kind of stoked. Like I was like legitimately thinking about buying it. Just for the nostalgia, just, hop in some online matches, play a little bit, and just have fun with it. Because that game was dumb fun. It was just dumb fun. And it was fun to just play by yourself, even against bots. Like, it was fun. So, the fact that this game released in the state that it did. So, when the game released, maybe I should preface this with the game released with 3 servers. 3 servers that can hold 64 players. So basically you have 3 concurrent matches going on. Like taking up an entire server. So imagine 10,000 people trying to get on all at once to play this game. And just getting a match.
They really underestimated the appeal of this, huh?
I've never heard of an online game releasing, like even like a remaster like this, releasing with 3 servers. 3 servers? What were they like? Really?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then you have like the graphical glitches. And then even worse than that, this was something that actually came out recently. These dudes are so incompetent. Were so incompetent at developing this game. They took code from a mod and put it into this like official release. And basically called it their own. Like they didn't credit the original person that made it or anything. Like it was something that had to do like with the Jedis in a Battlefront 2. Like something with the animations or something. But it was like word for word, like line for line, like this person's code that they made like several years ago, and they just put it into the official release. And it's like, how inconfident do you have to be to still like not be able to like code the game?
Yeah, dude. It's like, a ball drop of colossal proportions. I don't know. We've been saying this for years at this point, but how does this stuff even get past QA?
I don't. I was just speechless.
Yeah.
Especially when I was hearing John Spawnwave
Hmm.
talk about it. I was just I like my mouth was to the floor when I heard about the mod stuff.
The mod part, yeah.
I was like, no way.
See, and I didn't know what to say about. I don't know whether they're cheap or they just didn't think people were gonna be sweating the
Like
multiplayer like that.
like
But
they
having 3 servers,
people like look through the code of the game all the time. They really thought people weren't gonna find out.
well, that too, yeah.
Like it wasn't gonna come out. Like, yeah, guys, just put it into the game, guys. Like, nobody's gonna notice. Like,
Well, ain't nobody looking for him.
who's nerdy enough to look through the code of this 20-year-old game? Like, who's
Star
gonna do
Wars
that?
fans.
Like, oh
Yeah,
my
no, that's
goodness.
silly. Yeah, they need to not touch this property with a 10-foot pole, dude.
Especially since this is like the second time they dropped the ball. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know if you remember that they also did the remaster for KOTOR.
They were going to do it, you mean?
No, it already
Oh,
released.
the
Like the one that,
remaster. I thought
yeah,
you
the
meant the
one, yeah,
remake.
yeah, the one that
Okay.
I think it only came out on the Switch. I think
No, yeah, and they promised DLC that never
that
released.
never came out. So, and there's a class action lawsuit on that.
As there should be. That's legit false advertising.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see, I thought you were talking about the remake, which was a whole nother can of worms.
So yeah, this is just. Oh no. Wait, they weren't doing the remake, were they?
Aspyr?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just Embracer Group just can't get a dub, man. Like they just, especially with this Aspyr studio, they needed to just cut them off because all they aspire to be is ass. That is what they aspire to be. They aspire to be terrible.
Yeah.
Just
I mean, you ain't lying though. You ain't lying.
they
That's
need
crazy.
to cut them off.
Can you imagine though, given that opportunity with one of the most successful multimedia franchises of all time,
And dropping the
just
ball 3 times.
But every time they pass it to you, you like, oh, like 3 times in a row, you on the bench for the rest of the season, dog.
Nah, you ain't. You beyond on the bench. You cut.
you under the bench.
You cut.
God
You done.
dang, man.
I'm sorry, son. That sport ain't for you.
Well, you could argue that there are other sci-fi franchises that are being held in higher regard at the moment. One of which being Dune.
Mm.
Me and you, we went and saw Dune Part Two.
Oh yeah.
What was that? 2 weeks ago now.
Wow, it's really been 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, that was a good movie.
I know you was begging me to watch it. You forced me to watch the first one the week before.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't cursed with a 3-year wait before I seen the second one, and I really liked it. I tried to start reading Dune years and years ago, and I don't know. I fell off pretty quick. I don't know what else was going on. My main thing, especially understanding the history of Dune and the era in which it came out, I was like, okay, if I'm to watch this now, having seen Star Wars, played Mass Effect, just endless sci-fi universes to list, what about Dune sets itself apart? And I was happy to see that, even on a basic aesthetic level, it has a unique feel to it. Because I went in watching the first one thinking, like, man, is this just about to be Tatooine for the whole movie? But no, like the political intrigue, the vehicular design, the way they handled the shields, everything about it. I was like, oh, okay, this I can see this
Mm.
appealing to even a modern audience, you know. Now the stuff you were saying, and I'm gonna let you go off in a second. But when it first came out, you were like, dude, this is gonna be the new. This is. I just feel like this is gonna take the world by storm. I ain't like that about it, just because I feel like it's a little too late for that. But I do enjoy it, and I'm looking forward to the third one.
Mm. But yeah, same here. It's because now they're going. At least it appears like they're going to start going to other planets.
Yeah.
So might see space battles. Like that's, ooh, man, that's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting.
Hey, because the world building is my favorite part about it, man.
Yeah.
So just give me more. Let me see the galaxy at large.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, bro, did you? Sorry, did you? I mentioned this to you, but you know how the brightness just it what how do I describe it? Because I was sitting here thinking this while we were watching. I'm like, there are some very stark transitions in that movie where it'll be dark one frame and then the very next frame, like I went from being in a cave to somebody with binoculars in the desert, like,
like, oh, just blinded.
burning my eyes out my head, man. And I was happy that other people said the same thing. I'm like, am I just old? Like, what? But some of them scene transitions just be, oh, you could have eased us into that, you know, just slowly come out to the open.
You mentioned it, and I didn't notice it. I'm like, what? I didn't really notice, but I mean, maybe there were a couple, but I don't know. I guess my corneas are already burned.
That's what I'm saying. You were that little boy that just stared at the sun for fun. See how long you could do it. That's why you wear glasses now.
Maybe. I'm not gonna lie, I could actually see that being some dumb shit I did when I was younger, and that really is why I wear glasses.
I think it's playing so many video games, sitting up close to the TV.
There's that too. My mom warned me about that a lot when I was younger, and I never listened.
Yeah. And now we're growing progressively blinder as time goes on.
Yep. Glaucoma runs in my family. I'm gonna be blind.
Hey. Yep. What else with Dune, man? Any other words?
Oh, go watch it. 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 If you haven't even started it, go watch it.
Yeah.
Especially if you like Star Wars, like you have no excuse. Just go watch it.
Yeah,
Like if you like really expansive, like really like well fleshed out, detailed sci-fi worlds, like stuff like, I don't know, Galactic Heroes, Mass Effect, you know, any stuff like that. KOTOR, like you'll get into that. You'll be pulled in.
A comparison you might
You'll
not
get pulled
expect. If you like your protagonist with some Aaron Yeager energy, you'll like this movie. You'll love it.
I know you were saying that on the car ride back.
Yeah, man.
Like he has hella Aaron Yeager energy. I'm like,
It's
you know
hard,
what?
man. I like him. I like it. But yeah. So what else, dude? I mean, that was all I could think of. I mean, we ain't done this in a while. So has anything happened recently that you think is worth touching on? Or anyone been asking you to talk about anything in particular?
Well, there is one thing I'd like to talk about. I found a ramen shop near us.
Okay, that's not what I expected. But where?
It's it's in GB.
Oh, that was not, bro. You not slick. I'm gonna just tell you. But okay. I
But
think I know the place you're talking about. Actually,
you
is it
you
newer?
might uh
If not, I think
I'm
I've
not
been there.
sure. I'm not sure if it's newer or not. I think it's been around like
Hmm.
a couple years.
Okay.
But I tried the ramen from this place, and something I probably have never told you.
Mm.
Ramen, it's like my soul food.
Is what?
It's like my soul food.
Your soul food. Okay,
It's
that's
like food literally for my soul. Like it just
that's
fills me.
very weebish of you, but
Like it's
okay.
just it's like there's just nothing better than a nice, good, just authentic bowl of ramen. Like
Oh,
ever,
authentic. Okay,
yeah. So like ever
not the dollar store
since,
stuff.
yeah, because you know how I used to go to Evo every year.
Yeah.
So me and my homeboys, like we'd always go to this ramen place whenever we went out, and man, like that changed my life. It changed my life. I'm like this is food.
You went to this one by
This
yourself?
no with a whole group of people. Well,
No, this new one.
this new place. Oh yeah. All right. Well, I DoorDashed it. DoorDashed it. I was actually
Okay.
gonna
DoorDash food
suggest
reviews.
I was actually
Hey,
gonna suggest we go there one of these
I'm
days.
down. I'm down. You sitting here like, man, this place that I've never been to, but ordered food from? Like, dog. He's authentic, man. You gonna go in there, it's
I
gonna be a dude
mean,
named Tyrone. Just feeding, just here you go.
it might be. I mean, like whenever like I try to make it a point, whenever I travel somewhere, I always try and find a ramen shop now.
Bro, if I
Always.
go into a ramen shop and I can understand the person serving me, that place ain't authentic. I'm leaving. Like, I'm gone.
It's like this ramen, like it had like the
Uh-huh.
tonkatsu like just cut just right, and the Naruto fish cakes, like everything. It was just
Dang, for real?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Like it is, man, it is good. It's good.
Okay. I'll give it a shot, man.
And you know I hate anything out to sea. But man,
Hmm.
this ramen.
Yeah, you're very particular, so that's high praise coming from you.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like I don't need to move out of the city no more. Like everything I could possibly want is right here. It's all
Just
right here.
ramen. Yeah, all I
We
need
got
is ramen, my job to be down the street, a Walmart. That's it.
we got a Culver's, Chipotle, ramen shop,
Hey, pretty much all you need.
just
Target,
everything. Just
Best Buy.
everything.
Yeah. So
But
I
yeah.
figure we might as well talk about what we playing because
Oh yeah,
I'm it's
yeah.
yeah, I'm not playing too much. I'll start out this time around since we're playing pretty much the same stuff right now. Uh,
Yeah.
Tekken 8.
Yeah, we both heavy on that.
Yeah, Tekken 8. What can I say? That was one of my most anticipated games. I have to take regular breaks from it just to improve my muscle memory and keep my stress level down. Because
It
I tell
definitely
you,
irritates you.
well, it's like, and I'm not new to Tekken, but it's like this game, for better or worse,
It's very
in many
salt
cases,
inducing.
worse. No, it's like so noob friendly, bro. And I'm not saying that as a gatekeeper. I'm saying that like this is the most shine Tekken has gotten in literal decades. Literal decades. And I love to see the community grow, but it's like there's not only a generational gap, but there are people who frequent games of other genres that are like flocking over to Tekken. Like there are people playing Call of Duty who are like, "Hey, that new Tekken came out. Let me try it." So you just the I guess the level of scum and villainy that you see easily
Yeah,
matches the level
yeah,
of camaraderie that you find in these new players. So it's like, bro, like
yeah.
I mean, and we don't even have to talk about some of the not mechanical but like social issues going on with this game, like the blatant racism in people's tags and stuff. I'm like, dog, this why some people don't want their games to be popular, you know. But
Yeah,
I mean, it all that aside, you know, my grievances with it aside, it's Tekken. It's the most accessible it's ever been for sure. I remember we were a little worried about the heat system. I don't I don't have a problem with heat. It's not I've retained my defensive sort of analytical play style into this game, and I haven't really had any problems. I mean, aggression this, aggression that, but you know, movement is still important.
yeah,
So I'm enjoying it.
yeah,
It's like it's weird because we're planning on doing no, I guess spoilers, huh? But we're planning on doing kind of a top 100 game or something similar breakdown over the next several weeks. And I had Tekken 8 on my list because I'm like, I am enjoying and spending that much time with this game, but it's in that formative stage of a fighting game where I feel like I need to give it at least like a year or two before I can say it's really one of my favorite games ever. You know, I just got to see how the meta develops, see what the post launch support is like, which has been pretty decent so far.
yeah. So me having the background I do have in fighting games, I've played lots of games.
Hmm.
DBFZ, Soul Calibur sets, um, Smash, all of them from Brawl on up. Um,
All of them? That's not all of them.
I said
I ain't gonna
from
roast you.
Brawl on up. So
I ain't gonna roast you.
every release from Brawl on upwards. Yeah.
You're welcome. You're
Uh,
welcome.
um, let's see. I mean, Street Fighter, a little bit in the arcades. Um, this game, like, I do like Tekken 8, but I do have a little bit of a grievance with the heat system. I really don't think, as fast paced as this game already is, it really needs chip damage. I really don't think it needs chip damage. But I am liking it. I am starting to understand it a lot more now. Cause I was at for a while at a point where like I just wasn't winning at all, which is kind of a fault of my own because of the character I chose. I chose a very fundamentals based character. I played June. Because when I play a fighting
Fundamentals.
when I play a fighting game, I try to learn it proper. Like I want to learn how to punish properly. I want to know how to condition properly. I don't want to just know how to play it properly. So I play June because she kind of
Oh my
requires those
goodness.
things.
I can't believe you just put that into the ether.
What?
Nothing, man. Nothing.
But
I want to learn how to play the game properly. I mean, June. Go
hater,
on, go on.
hater. But
I'm not a hater. I just calls it like I sees it.
and I do play Zafina and Shao Yu on the side. I don't care what you people think. But
Evidently not.
but what was I saying? So like I don't think chip damage is really necessary considering how fast the game is already.
Right.
I think what was making it hard for me at first was the force interaction. Because I tend to be more a defensive, like fundamentals based player, like I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
But
what's stopping you from being one?
But I mean, I'm getting there now. I'm certain that you just have to play differently. But it is good, but there are definitely things that I miss from Tekken 7. There was one thing that somebody said. I can't think of his name. It's not speed kicks, but it was like a, maybe you know who I'm thinking of. It's a Waring main from Europe. Like he's the best Waring, I think, from Europe. You know what his name is?
K-Swiss.
Yeah, K-Swiss.
Or K-Wiss, one of them. I think it's K-Swiss.
Yeah, he was on a podcast with what's his face? Can't believe I'm forgetting names. But he was on a podcast with somebody that was on Panda. I forget his name. But he was on a podcast and he said something like about a year before the game came out that I'm really starting to kind of agree with him with that he said before this game came out, that the game, that like because of the way the game forces you to play, like it kind of like defense, don't get me wrong, defense is still very important, but you can't like all the time play in a way where like you avoid interaction to avoid like certain outcomes or just a certain subset of moves. Like you kind of like are forced to just kind of get in there.
I don't think that's a new thing, though.
It's like I'm having a hard way to describe it.
No, I understand exactly what you're saying. I just don't think that's
It's
historically even been a thing with Tekken.
It's
Because I know a lot of defensive players who are successful. Granted, chip damage sucks, but I feel like that's the biggest barrier to it right now.
yeah.
Chip, that's my grievance. Yeah, I think chip damage wasn't needed. I think it's annoying.
Yeah.
You know, and they definitely made some weird changes to the movement system, but like
The self
I
damage
don't.
too.
Yeah, you said what?
And the self damage to yourself too.
Right.
That as well. I don't think that was needed.
No, but I don't know, man. I don't. To be honest, and maybe this is just admittedly a function of the rank that I'm at. I don't feel like I'm having any worse a time than with Tekken 7. It's just the same stuff I said about there's a lot of people flooding the game who have a particular play style.
Mm-hmm. Just run up, go in there. Like the game kind of encourages that and rewards that, like just aggressive play. Which
I think the game
I don't hate
rewards.
on. Which I don't hate on. It's just
like I don't think you're wrong, but I don't think it rewards mashing as much as it rewards labbing and understanding what's coming at you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I will say more than any other Tekken I've played, it does seem like any Joe can just pick up the controller and look up Reina guide or, you know,
Mm-hmm.
Zafina guide or whatever. Just memorize a few strings and go at it. But you know, I mean, it that's why I said what I said earlier about just giving it time to marinate.
Yeah, I think the meta just needs to develop a little bit more.
Yeah, it feels like Tekken to me though. I ain't gonna stop playing it.
Yeah, I mean it's just early.
So,
Like
yeah,
things can probably change. They can change the systems of the game. Probably, who knows how they'll shake up the game. They might do
yeah,
something like similar to what Street Fighter does, like during their title updates, and just they just add like a whole new system or change the system up completely.
yeah. No telling. I love the game. I'm on a 1 week break from it right now. I'm about to pretty soon.
Take away the chip damage.
You probably should stage whisper, you know, when you whisper into a microphone so people can hear
Oh,
what you're saying.
oh. Psst, Rada. Take away the chip damage.
There you go. Please do. Jesus Christ. But yeah, I'm gonna start learning stick because I'm a Mishima player. But we can get back into that. We can talk Tekken a week from now, 2 weeks from now. Let's get to the other games we playing.
We
You've
dragging
been
off.
playing Overwatch.
Yeah, there's
You
some.
okay, look. Hey, before we move on, I want to put you on blast. You hear
I know.
yourself
I know.
crying about Dragonov when your two main characters are June and Xiao Yu?
Look, I use
I
Savina.
have to put you on blast.
I use Savina.
No, you don't. Barely. You picked Zafina up a week ago and talking about that's my third main. No, stop. Don't do that. Because it's the Dragonov players just throwing up in their mouths right now listening to this.
Oh man. But
Overwatch.
oh yeah.
Let's talk about Overwatch.
Oh yeah. So Overwatch has been interesting. So I have come to the conclusion that as far as balance is concerned with that game, uh I'm sorry if anyone from Blizzard sees this. You guys don't know what the fuck you're doing. You really don't.
Wow.
Um and I do like wholeheartedly mean it. Like they kind of just do random things to just see if it works. It feels like
Really?
it's just how I feel. Like they do listen to player feedback, which is great. Like they listen to player feedback a lot because there's some changes that they're gonna implement actually like this next season that I think are pretty cool. But um yeah, like that's really like my only gripe with Overwatch right now. Like they're doing a lot of things right. Especially with the recent announcement that they said like no longer new heroes that come out, they're gonna be locked to the battle pass or previous. They're gonna be all free. So you can play them like from release. No extra hoops you have to jump through. So which is a definite welcome change. Definitely
I can
bring in new
never gauge how
players.
you feel about this game, man.
I love this game, but it has its problems.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I definitely do love this game. But it has its issues. They said that they were gonna start reworking maps like every other season and start adding new ones too, which is great. We'll keep the game fresh. They've already been doing that already, which is great because there are definitely too many Widow friendly maps. Which I mean, I don't have a problem with Widow. It's just, the higher up you go, more of a problem she is. So there's that.
Yeah, people can aim. It's unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of from the developer update that he just put out. I guess that was kind of it. Like map changes, heroes are gonna be free. So, and you can get any mythic you want from previous battle passes, which I don't know how they're gonna implement that, but they're on the right track. So people that have been on the fence or have like been disappointed with how Overwatch 2 has been lately, like, yeah, kind of give it a try, give it another try. They're definitely like kind of trying to redeem themselves for that PvE disaster. I mean, they didn't promise me anything with that. I mean, I didn't give a damn, but like they're trying. You got to understand the main guy behind the PvE stuff. Like he left in the middle.
I'm laughing because this is the most like I love this game. Oh, they don't know what they're doing. Like this is the most schizophrenic breakdown of a game I've ever heard, man.
It's a great
Because I was
it's
considering jumping back in, but
it's a great game. It's just that they don't know how to balance it, which is fine. Just don't break it. I mean, it's fine just as long as like I don't die in 2 seconds from a tank shooting at me or something.
yeah, I'm gonna let you keep that. I'm gonna let you, Overwatch is your game now.
I swear it's not that bad. It's not.
No?
It is totally not.
It's been a while since I played it, but you know what is great? Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Now, I think we need to maybe next week we could have a longer segment covering this game. But for right now, Gunnm agrees emphatically. For right now, let's just kind of cover the cliff notes. I am having more fun with this game. I'm at the start of chapter 6, by the way. I'm having more fun with this game than I can remember, like in the past, I don't know, couple years even. Because let's see. You know what it is? I can encapsulate it just by saying I don't remember the last time I experienced this much joy playing a game. How about that? Like fun and joy. Those are different, because I have fun playing Resident Evil 4 remake. Like that was fun. And a lot of the callbacks brought me nostalgia, which translates to joy. But Final Fantasy though, it's just like I'm playing this game smiling and chuckling to myself and noticing little attention to detail like, oh, that's funny. Oh, that's hilarious. I'm like, I talk to myself more playing this game than any game I can remember. Yeah. Ever. Seriously.
Yeah. Like I could agree. Like just seeing the characters interact, especially now that we're past like the Midgar point, Cloud is really grown to I guess it's gotten used to the people that are around him, I guess you could say. You see less of him being, less of that stoic nature and him like kind of like letting loose a little bit more.
I got some words for y'all cloud haters, bro, but keep going. Keep going.
Like, especially like you remember in chapter 4, like when he was like trying to recruit those soldiers, like just seeing them in that light, it was just like
well, it was great because it kind of peeled off another layer where we know he's this extremely competent fighter with military experience, but not a lot of leadership experience.
Yeah.
You know, because he's sitting there hesitating, and I don't want to spoil nothing in case people haven't played it. But very good moment of character development, I agree.
But like you just see like just the cast in general in different lights. And it's just, man, it's just really great. Like just seeing them interact with each other.
It's the same thing I said about Remake, because that's what made Remake so amazing. Because that's one of my favorite games ever. But as we talked about, you remember we did a Final Fantasy ranking? I had trouble ranking it over the original game. Just as crazy as that might seem to people, because the original game was such a vast experience where Remake almost felt like a tease, as great as it was. But the standout element to me of Remake was breathing life into those characters. You know, it's not just text going across the screen.
Yeah.
It's like seeing Barrett's facial expression, seeing how playful Aerith is, seeing Tifa in general. You know what I'm saying? It was just like it's more of that. Except this game feels like an action RPG, but it feels like a full-fledged RPG, you know? I said that to you the other day, where playing through Remake again is like, I'm not gonna say it feels streamlined, but it feels very action RPG to me. It's like a step or two above Final Fantasy 16, maybe 2 or 3 steps above Final Fantasy 16. And Rebirth is like, oh no, this is an RPG for real, for real.
Oh yeah.
And like one of the most highest fidelity RPGs I've ever played.
Yeah, like I would say 16 felt more narrative driven, like, and then this game is just like, it's just an all around package. Like from its mini games, like dude, I really like Queen's Blood. I really like.
I want a real pack of that, like a real Queen's Blade starter deck.
It's not all right. It's not Vantage Masters. Nothing beats Vantage Masters, but
I had to think about that, man. I love Vantage Masters, but I had to think about that.
But Vantage Masters, that's just I can't. I don't like, if that was a real game, like I could see myself playing it.
Yeah.
But Queen's Blood, yeah, that's good too. So, but yeah, it had some interesting mini games too. It does. Has a lot of them.
That's the other thing, man. Just the variety of things to do. I'm like, this used to be the norm 15 years ago.
I did have a joke when this game first came out. I used to say with one of the servers I'm in, like I did call it at first Rebirth of the Wild.
Why? Because there's stuff to do?
Because of the tower thing.
Yeah, you know that wasn't original, right?
I
like
know.
Breath of the Wild didn't come up with that. This is why you gonna have a hard time coming up with 100 games in general, because all your examples are so recent. Trust me.
Oh man.
I get why you say that though. I did
But,
note the tower thing. I'm like, yeah, I've seen this 1,000 times, but I don't mind doing it.
yeah,
I do think we should. What's that?
I was just gonna say like the combat in this game
Oh, don't get me started on that.
so deep. There's so many like the combos that I've been doing. Oh god.
Sometimes I remember there's combat in this game. I'll do a bunch of side quests and just play. I was about to say Vanish Masters, Queen's Blade, and read stuff in the codex, and then I turn back and have a cinematic boss fight, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's what this game is about.
It's like
That's what I'm working
oh
towards.
yeah, sometimes there's combat.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really in depth. It's really in depth. Like it's truly a step up from the first game.
More than that,
Like
you
it
know, like
truly
I said, that
is.
first game felt like a tease. And you know, we just parted the way through this one. But how about we save the rest of this discussion for next time?
All right.
Because I don't know that we'll beat it by next week.
Oh no, probably not.
Yeah, because we both doing everything in it, but I'm sure we got more to say. Um, I wanted to do a segment just kind of taking a look at this year in gaming, but we running short on time. So how about this time around? I just ask you, what are your most anticipated games for this year?
uh definitely Trails into Daybreak is one for sure.
Which I forgot about.
Man, I gotta play these other games so I could just be done with uh the crossbell stuff. Um I'm playing the games out of order. Yeah, sue me if you're mad. But yes, I'm playing them out of order. Um so there's that. There's a Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. I have technically already played it, but there's I believe they said two new regions, so and they're changing the story up a lot, like a lot. Like there were like if you guys saw that trailer or you played the original, like you know how much was different. Like just from some of the beginning scenes that they showed. Like I was like, what is going on? But hopefully the story is a little bit more fleshed out because like the world in Shin Megami Tensei 5 was really interesting. So I'll be heavy playing that. Um I think that comes out in June, so that's gonna be tight before Trails into Daybreak comes out because that comes out in July.
I'm mainly looking forward to Hellblade 2, Aiden Chronicle, and Metaphor, which I think Metaphor is
Hellblade
supposed to be
2
this
as
year.
well. I almost forgot.
Yeah.
Man, there's so many.
Oh, I mean, see, I thought we were good this year, but no, there's this year's chock full of stuff too. Unfortunately, I just want a break, man. I want a
I
break. I want a year that I could just catch up on stuff.
I know. I haven't even played Tears of the Kingdom. I haven't even
Yeah,
finished Tears of the
despite
Kingdom.
the fact that you think Breath of the Wild is just
It,
the second coming or something.
and Breath of the Wild is one of my favorite games. I know. Ain't that terrible?
Clearly,
Like
yeah.
these games,
Fraudulent.
man.
You're a fraud, bro.
It's
But
hard to find time. It's
hey,
hard.
this was a good returning episode. We could get more into that next week if you want to.
Mm.
Just kind of reflect over the year so far. I mean, we're 3 months in, almost 4 months in.
And our
But for right now, we can wrap things up. Where can people find you?
well, you guys can find me on Twitter. Top it's the creator, Twitch, Gunnm21, as well as Tumblr at Gunnm. Yep. And the YouTube,
All right, you can find
Gunnm921.
me. Yep, you can find me at Goals in Fitness on pretty much everything. I don't really use TikTok much. That I don't use it anymore.
Yeah,
But
yep. You can
that
find
probably
them on
doesn't matter.
Threads, MySpace,
You can't.
Facebook,
But
everywhere.
Facebook, yeah. But the two things he said first, he's lying. TikTok, I forgot to talk about that, but it's whatever. It's whatever. Just look for me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
Oh,
That
about
was a Dap It
TikTok
Up
being banned?
podcast. Yeah, we'll talk about that next week too. Because hey, maybe it'll be gone by then. But that was a Dap It Up podcast. Remember to play Final Fantasy, to go see Dune, and make time for the games you love.
And find a ramen shop near you.
Find a ramen shop. All right.
All right. Peace, y'all.